Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator, the Words of the Light series with me, Rose McNair, and Claudia Tidgens. How are you,
Good
Claudia?
morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us again.
Great. Yeah, so nice to be back
Yes.
again this week. Right. So I hope everyone's doing well. I know that times are the way they are, but we trust that what we're going to do here is going to contribute to some of your knowledge, give you some ideas on how to navigate life currently. And so today, Claudia, we're going to do something interesting, something different.
Yes. Rose has drawn a card. We're going to talk about a very special new card deck that she's got,
Yes.
which will help all of us access parts of our memories, our soul memories, that most of us have problems accessing.
Yes.
So let's bring it on, Rose.
Okay. So if you watched it, to everyone, if you watched the live transmission with Chantal on Friday, I showed the deck Beyond Lemuria Oracle Cards by Izzy Ivy. Now, I did that briefly there, and remember, like, it's really about a lot of the transmission is about what Chantal is doing, but I normally do give a little bit of encouragement. I got this deck this week. It arrived, and initially I thought I don't know if I'm going to relate to some of the cards in there. I don't know if I'm going to be fascinated with I didn't feel the excitement and fascination that I usually do with cards when I get them. However, I started looking through the cards, and that changed everything for me. I am totally in love with this deck. I'm not advertising for this, by the way. I'm getting to why we're doing what we're doing in this session. So if you look at this card, the one on the top, this is one of the cards. It looks like a blue being, the face and upper body of a woman, and the bottom is a mermaid. And she's got all these other things around her that maybe look like there's sea creatures and all of that around her, right? However, she's blue. She is blue. So you know the blue people that come and hang out with us, right? You know what? The Arcturians are working in an amazing way with us, and so they're bringing things to us, to our memories, especially of our past lives and what's in our Akashic record that we're still not accessing or not ready to access. So they're bringing this to us in various ways. Anyway, back to this deck. So I have heritage in Lemuria. You have heritage in Lemuria, Claudia, and I cannot remember a lot of my Lemurian life. What about you, Claudia?
Not at all.
Okay.
I know that there's a massive block that I don't want to remember things. I know that.
Okay.
To the extent, and we've talked about this, to the extent that I'm not a good swimmer at all.
Yes.
This whole water, being surrounded by water, you should be able to swim, right? But I cannot swim very well, and I try and avoid the sea, as long as I don't feel safe, I go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
So it is interesting because I live near water. I need to live near water. It is a necessary thing for me. I come from a family of people that were always near water, fishermen and all of that. But going into the water, just being able to lift my body and float. I've taken so many swimming lessons and I cannot swim still. The mind and the body do not connect when it comes to that. It's almost like there is just a distinct divide or disconnect. So I have no memories of my Lemurian connection or my Lemurian life, although I know without it, as I know within myself that I was in Lemuria. This book that she's put in here, that Izzy Ivy has written, her guidebook, I believe these cards are going to remind you of your life in Lemuria. That is to all of us. I say to me, to you, to anyone watching. So I'm going to read a little bit before we do some language and Claudia, you can bring through whatever it is that you feel guided to bring through afterwards. That's the whole the idea of today's session. And I think we're going to call it Starting to Remember Lemuria.
Nice.
Okay, because this is what we are invoking into our session and to whomever may come and find it. And so whenever you find it, it's going to and if it resonates, then it's the right time for you to watch it. I know this sounds very cliche because everybody says that, but I want to reiterate the point. So I'm going to read from here from the book, the introduction. I've highlighted some words, and I'm going to read that. Welcome to the realm of Lemuria, a magical place infused with an abundance of life force energy, fertile lands, lush rainforests, crystalline waterfalls, and beings who so gracefully dance with the tides of nature and the ebb and flow of life. There is no scarcity, as all that is required can be created at will. In essence, Lemuria is an elevated state of being, a dreaming that sees beyond the dream. Lemuria is the knowing of the universe and all her stars, the all that came before and ever will be, the iridescent shimmer of remembering what we came here to do, the awakening beyond the veil of the mundane, the journey back to wholeness in honor of every part of who we are. This is the unfurling back to our hearts, the sovereign incarnation, the interconnectedness of existence. This is home.
That's beautiful.
It is very beautiful. There's a few lines on the practicality of Lemuria, the physicality, etc. Lemuria was another civilization that existed on the planet at the same time or just before Atlantis. Located in the Pacific Ocean, its residents were of a gentler, more earth-based nature. They also worked with the crystalline forces of minerals and the planets. Lemuria and Atlantis may have resided in physical reality. There are also accounts that imply these civilizations exist or existed in a multidimensional overlay to the reality with which we are more familiar. You may be familiar with Lemurian quartz crystals or seed crystals, as they are also known, as they are found buried in the ground. These crystals are indented with lines, ridges, and furrows, and it is said they hold Lemurian wisdom that will one day be significant to a future civilization. There seems to be an influx of Lemurian incarnates on Earth right now. The Lemurian archetype has been portrayed in Hollywood movies such as Avatar, and more recently, Valerian. This shows how the Lemurian imagery and information is dropleting throughout our culture at this time. Right now, we are facing a parallel story of Lemuria and Atlantis. By working across the laws of nature rather than with them, humanity heads toward the possibility of erasing life on Earth. The message of the Lemurians is that we can do it differently this time. The shift starts from within ourselves. Here we go. So, Claudia.
Sorry, I've got
You're checking
a couple of people here.
You're checking
Just
in.
figuring out. We've got, of course, we've got one from Arcturus, but there's somebody else. An Andromedan. Ah, well, that's beautiful.
I know. Oh my gosh. Andromeda Andromeda is like, yeah, it's amazing.
Very similar energy with teeming water, ocean life.
Yes,
whale
dolphins,
song.
whales, all that. Yeah.
Hang on, there's someone else. We've got 2 Andromedans and 1 Arcturian here this morning.
Okay, that's wonderful. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Do you feel you want to start with light language, Rose? I think it's been wanting to come out, is it?
It has been wanting to come out, and let's see what happens. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll put myself on musician's mode, and if you put yourself, you press your button, and then we'll go from there. See what comes out. We've got an aircraft over us. I hope that didn't come out. But if it did, I apologize in advance. I didn't realize that was going to happen, obviously. Let's go. I keep hearing Aragon's song. Do you know the Return of the King? And I keep hearing Aragon's song, and I don't know, maybe we'll learn Aragon's song one of the days and do it on the channel. I was going to say, and do it on the planet instead of the channel. I wonder if that is... Okay, yeah. Kuramai loila kil. Chicken no nai rama. Om Mahi Om Ma Iramai Kona Katama. Kurasama Kena Katama Kana Kasha. Isapotana Kita Tatasapana Kita. Iro de Totana Ikidana Tondona Katana no Kitena Mato Tatakitama Kushta Kida de Kototate Hinakara. Orabakatana Sataku Frate no Kuroto. Iruguru Lama Kitena Mokotopana Katatapana Karate Vekato. Jikanuruvai. There's a Lemurian collective here. Dada Guramata Danagadu. They're standing here and they're holding light in their hands. And what I mean light in the hands, it's, you know, when you stand, and the old days when they did this thing of holding a light on the end of a stick or a branch, and they walked around for light. Sometimes they walked around like that at night to be able to see, but they also walked around even if there was a battle being won, even if there's a battle being fought, people would walk at night. If they were marching, they would have this branch with light, with fire. They would have put it in the fire, and that would give them their light. So these people, this Lemurian collective that is here right now, they're standing here. They are honoring us for this time. And we are thanking and welcoming them in this space. So this is us, the way we were, the way we had become. Enamakasara kotono katakero. Kiskaromakasha. We honor them. We honor them for the resilience that they had, because we have the resilience now too. Because they live longer. They live this lifetime. They come through us. And we are getting in tune with that us, with them that is us. Does that make sense? I hope so. Karamasuko. Thank you, Claudia. Kurumake.
It was beautiful, Rose. I'm sorry I got up to let the cat in, but I don't ignore my pets when they want to join us. So obviously there's a meaning behind it. So either the cat has got a memory of being a part of it and is a representative, or he's helping us. So
always anything goes. Whatever we need to do, we do it here. You know that.
Yes. I thought that was very strong energy, Rose.
Very strong, very tearful at the moment as well, I feel. So the Lemurians are here to help us remember who we are. That's them. Akrasama. Okay.
Okay. I would like us all to just take a deep breath to get into the next stage of the session. Hold our breath for a while and release it gently, really absorbing the energy that Rose has brought in. I can see the Andromedans who are here. They are actually both in the water, and wanting to portray the joy that was felt, the joy and the ease, the lightness of that life in warm waters, no worries, nothing burdening anyone, just playing in the water with the ocean creatures, floating, using their bodies to propel through the water. Would love to hear what other people can see. If you want to put it in the comments, because everyone will see something different. It may be your personal memory. It may come through from the channeling. Would love to hear what's coming through for you. Mm-hmm. So the message is coming from the Arcturian who's with us. And I think he's just looking at me through the eyes of my cat saying, come on, what are you doing? Throwing my crystals to the floor. So the message is all about the lightness, engaging with our physical worlds as we have it now to access our soul memories. Use our pets around us, use our animals. They're so trying to give us pointers and hints as to finding the lightest path, the joy of life, pushing the burdens out of the way, removing the blocks that are standing in our way and really focusing on the joy and ease and lightness of the life that was in Lemuria, but that we can at the same time access right now. Be joyful, be free. Always look at those colors around you. Find the colorful path, not the dreading darkness. Leave it behind you. Look at the colorful light, the playfulness, the ease and joy in everything you do. Physically turn around and move into that direction. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to choose the path of least resistance. And you will find much joy and happiness. Your memories of your lifetimes in Lemuria, and most of you will have more than one, will come back to the surface. They will resurface like the whale, like the dolphin. There is no doubt about it. And expect great joy. Expect that feeling of utter contentment with yourself, with your world around you. the buoyancy, the lightness, the effortlessness. With which you used to glide through the waters. That is what you can use in your life now. If you can't be in the water, use your body to dance, to move, whichever way it wants to move. That brings you joy and enlightenment. It may mean to sit still and meditate. If you can, hold a Lemurian crystal. Otherwise, call in the energy to help you remember. If that is not for you, use your body, move, and again call in that energy, the lightness, the freedom, the carefree living and approach to life. You will remember, there is no doubt about it. Once you have remembered the beauty and the lightness, then at a later stage, we will help you through what came after that, because that is what is blocking you from seeing it. We will help you through this process because it is part of your soul's learning. The reasons why you're blocking out your Lemurian memories. They were challenging times, very difficult times. But you made certain choices that are a part of your memory and that we can access to heal the hurt, the pain, the anger. Of the choices you made and the energy that was around the time when the Lemurian civilization ended. We will help you through this. Do not be afraid of the process, because most of you have gone through this. If we can clear this up as a collective, there will be much light that can be brought through from your earlier soul memories. And we will achieve this. Everyone in their own good time. Just remember the beauty and the light that you will be able to access. Start with the joyfulness, the playfulness, and we will help you through the process. Hold on to those beautiful early memories. Access them first. And that will help you through the next steps that we are going to take you through. Do not worry. Do not be scared. This is what humanity needs to go through, especially the people living in the Pacific, where Lemuria used to be. A lot of you have moved here for the reason of purely being drawn to living here. That was the first step on your journey to access your memories, the love and joy, the freedom that you can feel still in this country, in these countries in the Pacific. If you are only ready to listen and to focus on those aspects. Remain open And with every one of your individual journeys, you will help the collective regain their memories of those beautiful, carefree times. And they will help you through whatever you're going through at the moment. In order to ascend, you need to be able to access all your soul memories. You need to have a clear path, clear memories, that you know where you're standing and that you can use to move forward. It is an important step. Please do not miss it. We are always here to help you, remind you of the beauty and the ease and all the love surrounding you, the support you had from every being that was around you. Help yourself by looking at your pets, your animals, because they do the same for you now. They give you unconditional love, or they question you, so you can remember. Thank you for coming on this journey for us. It is essential for humankind. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. How do you feel?
Good. Quite cold.
Do you need some,
No, that's the Arcturian energy.
So when we worked with the Arcturian, or when I worked for the group that we basically did work with the Arcturians for the Earth, we had Toma. Toma is the Arcturian that was there today with you. Because I got the name Toma. So Toma is Tomar. However, I think Toma is a Pleiadian guide more than originally my recollection of it, but Toma is Pleiadians maybe / Arcturian, because it turns up in a lot of the meditations that we did with the Arcturians, to be the guide and stuff like that. So I feel like, yeah, so a lot of us are blended. Toma probably is too. So, when we are working with the Arcturians, then I say he, I don't know if Toma is a he or a she. Maybe it's irrelevant. But so maybe Toma, can bring on Toma's Arcturian self when it's necessary, and do the stuff with the Pleiadian. Because my first, with the Pleiadian collective, my first connection with Toma was with the beg your pardon, the Pleiadians, but Toma works with Arcturian energy too. So it's a very beautiful energy today, this one.
Yeah.
And the cat made it even more authentic. It just brought the energy in, right?
He's still there.
Looked right into the camera when you brought him in, and it's like, oh my gosh, look at those green eyes. So yeah, yeah, wonderful. So before we go, anything you want to say, Claudia?
It's quite interesting you said that with the Pleiadian connection, because when I see the Pleiadians, to me it has a feeling of an ochre color. Okay. So like browny, earthy almost. And I had this discussion recently, and a friend said she always sees them blue.
Yeah.
So when I channeled the Andromedans, who really wanted to, it was more visual today, but I got the same color that I get with Pleiadians.
Yes.
Even more, slightly more like a sunset in the water. So orangey, yellowy. That was beautiful.
That's very interesting that you saw the Andromedans color. And of course, Yeah, I'm sort of, blue is turning up a lot, by the way. Blue is turning up a lot with all these star seed, star races. I'm sure that it's not the only color, as we know. It is not the only color. But it's good. It's good. So many shades of blue, as there's so many shades of black, you know. But we won't go into that this one. We'll leave it for maybe another time. So everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generation.
Stay with us on this journey. That would be nice. And we would always appreciate comments, what you're seeing, the messages you're getting.
Yes, very, very good.
So
very
we can all enrich each other's experiences. Thank you.
Love it. Right. Thank you. We'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone. Namaste.
Ka kite.